Our son came out as gay, and can I get a do-over? Welcome to a journey of understanding when you are a Baptist pastor and your son comes out as gay. Because that's a journey that I've been on. And today, actually, we're at this point in the journey where I could speak about my son actually coming out to us as gay. And so we're going to look at that today. So thank you for joining me on this journey. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do so. And if you're new to this journey, perhaps you might want to go back, and it is a journey, so perhaps you might want to go back and see it from the beginning. It won't take long to binge watch those. But thank you for joining us, and let's go sailing. Now, when I say that I would love a do-over, maybe some of you are thinking, oh, I bet Clark and his wife would love a chance to go back and bring their child up differently so that he would not come out as gay, so that he would not turn out as gay. No, that's not it at all. And certainly maybe there are some of us who are parents of those who are LGBTQ+, who maybe have wondered, did we do something that caused this? But nurture might have a role to play in the stories of some people. But certainly for many people, nurture and upbringing has nothing to do with it. Now, when I say I'd love a do-over, what I'm referring to is I would love a do-over on that evening my son came out to me as gay. And now, you've probably seen it on TV or in movies, how it's often portrayed when a child comes out to their parents as gay, whether that child is a teenager or an adult. And it goes either one of two ways. It's either there's this huge rejection and maybe the child's kicked out of the house and everything. So it's sometimes portrayed that way. Another way is it's just love and acceptance, and no matter what, we love you, and maybe it goes that way. So which way did it go when my son came out to me as gay? Well, let's put it this way. My son said to me, "Dad, I'm gay." And let's just summarize my response like this. Oh, okay. Now, we did have more of a conversation than that, but not much more, sadly. And if I could go back and do that moment over again, I would. I would absolutely love to go back there and have a do-over, because I really dropped the ball on that one. Maybe part of it was shock, and which raises the question, why do we make this such a shocking thing anyway? That's a question we might want to ask. So maybe part of it was my own shock. Maybe part of it was just my inattention as a father. Maybe I was distracted by other things. But also part of it was I didn't realize what my son was going through. I knew there'd be conversations in the future and that we would have the opportunity to talk about this, and I could collect my thoughts, and maybe that was part of it. I was hoping to collect my thoughts and let's have conversations in the future. But going back to that evening, I did not realize that evening, just the depths that my son was going through in his own emotions and his own well-being. You know, I've spoken about this as being a journey of sailing, of trying to figure things out, and I've had my mixed thoughts and feelings between the traditionalist shore and the more affirming shore, and thinking theologically about LGBTQ+ and how it relates to Christianity, and how Christians relate to those who are gay, and what about gay Christians, and all this. It's all about our thinking, right? And I'm talking about sailing. I'm thinking sailing. Meanwhile, my son wasn't sailing, he was sinking. And oh boy, if I could go back to that moment, we would have had a much better conversation. Actually, less of a conversation and more just me listening. Son, tell me about what this journey's been like so far. Son, what are you feeling right now? And what's it been like for you even this evening? How do you feel right now coming out to me? Rather than try to collect my thoughts, I think I would rather have been better prepared, because I didn't realize what my son was going through in that moment. And how did I miss it? How did I miss what my son was going through? Well, again, maybe part of it is my own inattentiveness as a father, and we can all do better, right? But maybe part of it too is that those who feel they need to hide something like their sexuality, those who get good at hiding that, actually they get good at hiding a lot of things. And maybe a part of that is what they're going through. And how could they speak up about what they're going through and their emotions if they don't feel that they can come out to us as gay, if that's a scary moment for them? Do we recognize that in making it hard for our children to come out as gay and making it such a shocking thing, do we realize that we're therefore robbing them of the opportunity to speak about their emotions? Because if they start speaking about their emotions, then they're obviously going to have to start speaking about their sexuality. And we make that such a scary thing for them, we're robbing them of the opportunity to share with us. And so they hide so much more than just their sexuality from us. So if I could get a redo, that would be one thing, is to go back to that night and do that night over again. And that's part of my hope in doing this series of videos, is that I hope that there are some watching this now who will be better equipped for the journey when their child comes out as gay. That the number one thing is to listen, figure out, are our children sinking or not? Well, thank you for joining me on this part of the journey, and look forward to, there's much more sailing ahead. So look forward to sailing with you next week. Thank you.